Hey guys, greetings. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Vinyl Podcast. Today I want to talk to you about a book that I read. This book is called Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Austin is from Ohio, United States of America. He's a New York Times best-selling author of 5 books, Still Like an Artist, Show Your Work, Keep Going, Still Like an Artist Journal, and Newspaper Blackout. So I want to talk to you about Austin's work. It's a book that helps every person who is going into creativity, who is venturing into online platform or content creator. It talks about 10 ways to share your creativity and get discovered. I think what I want to kind of share with you is this book actually changed my life because it's kind of it gave me the idea and it shows me the way to put myself out there without worrying of people being judged or what other people will say. Basically, Austin talks about you don't have to be genius. Basically, you don't have to be genius to put yourself out there or put your content out there. You just need to have that willpower and be able to support one another and learn from others. Also have the willing, and to be able to share your scalable skills with others. Kind of show what you got and show what you need to contribute on the table. So basically what Austin is talking about is you don't have to be rich to put your work on internet. And internet is a golden platform whereby there is no gatekeeper, there is no immigration officer, there is no police, or there is no you don't need a visa basically just to show you. It doesn't matter your nationality or where you came from or where you reside. Doesn't really matter. What matters is you have the willingness and you are determined to put your work out there and show what you got, and from there you might be discovered. I remember Gary Vaynerchuk talks about you need to be able to jab right hook. You need to be able to put your work out there. You need to put your work out there. Before you know it, you might be discovered. So it talks about also be an amateur. So being an amateur is showing that you are a learner, you are willing to learn. You need to pursue your work in spirit of love, passion, and value you are creating and the problem you want to solve. In life, you need to be able to put your work out there. Also, have this mindset that, whatever you are doing, you are trying to create value, you are trying to solve problems to others. Okay? And this is what Austin is talking about. He talks about, don't be afraid to make a mistake. We learn from mistakes. It's pretty much like, put yourself out there. I'll give you an example. I'm a content creator. On my YouTube channel, I do get some feedback. I also do get some troll. But you need to develop a thick skin. You also need to be able to receive feedback in positive mind. Okay, use the feedback people give you in a positive way, but also don't take all the stuff or all the feedback people are giving you, but also you need to check whether that individual is actually within the arena. When someone is giving me a feedback, I will check whether that individual, whether the person have YouTube channel, for instance, because if you are in the same arena, the same person is feeling the heat, so you will benefit, you will learn something from it. The other thing Austin talk about is you need to find your voice and use it. You need to talk about something you love. Also, you need to have a willpower to show your voice. They say practice makes perfect. So you need to keep on sharing your ideas, writing things down, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, or what you are doing. Using your voice. If you don't use it, then you won't get that voice. So you need to talk about things you love, and you need to have the willpower, okay, to show what you love to others. The other things that Austin talk about that help him in creative mind is also, he talks about reading obituary. It's not really about reading obituary per se, but he talk about if you read obituary, it give you clue or what, how these people, how determined that individual, was, or how determined though, the people that pass on, how they were determined to put their work out there, how they put their life and how they really create something for legacy. They have the willpower and the God to put themselves out there for the world to see. So it's about thinking about the legacy you want to create. It's about thinking about the legacy you want to live. It's about also thinking that, because internet is a platform that when you put your work out there, or when you have a website, or when you are creating content, digital, your voice, or your video content, or your written work, when you put it out there, even if you're gone, it will still be on internet. So this is actually what he's talking about. It's about creating a legacy. It's about having a willpower to put your work out there. A lot of people, a lot of artists have put their work across. Michael Jackson, his music is still good on the internet. Bob Marley, all these people, they put their work out there. They have gone way past, but their content they created are still booming. It's about creating a legacy. He also think about the process, not the product. Showing people what you do behind the scene actually matters. Sometimes, it's like, if you show people what you do, or what the amount of hours or time it takes you to produce this content, it shows you connect to people more. You build that trust. Showing people what you do behind the scene, it brings out a bond, is what Austin talking about. It brings out the bond, documenting what you do on daily basis, writing your thought down in a book, speak it out in audio. It will help you to see the progress you are making. So writing things down, sharing what you know with others is a long way to go. It's a long way to go about it. It's about showing people behind the scenes, so you connect with people more. People will value what you are doing. It's about showing people, for instance, showing you my studio, or how I do this podcast, or how I create my content, or what I do in order to produce the content. Fair enough, people will say thank you and give you a feedback. But also sometimes showing people what you are doing on daily basis, they will connect with you in a special way. But also Austin also talk about share something small on daily basis. Share something small. I remember another book I read. I remember another book I read that talks about atomic habit. Atomic habit talks about every tiny change you are making will maximize, will become a big change, a big force in the long run. So any tiny change you are making will become a big change in the long run. So sharing your content, sharing something small every day, overnight, so it will become something big. There's no overnight success. Basically, every success have a lot of work and effort. It's pretty much like, if you are myself training as a nurse here in United Kingdom, it took me 4 years, for instance, to train and qualify as a nurse. First of all, I did what we call here in UK access to nursing course, whereby you go to college for a year, then you take the exam and get the necessary qualification you need to go into university. So, and I went to university and did 3 years course in order to qualify as a registered nurse here in UK. This is kind of a good example I'm giving you. I'm giving you this is just to show you that there is no overnight success. Also, for another option is starting my YouTube channel. Before you monetize your YouTube channel, or before even, if you check my YouTube channel, I believe I have over 1,900 videos on that platform. It took a lot of effort. Before you monetize your YouTube channel, you need 1,000 subscribers, also need 4,000 watch hours. So this is something that you need to know, that you need to put your work out there before. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about everything to be perfect. It cannot. We need to learn as we go. Okay, so it's about putting your work out there. It's about creating value. It's about having focus, determination, and tenacity. Also making sure that you know what you want to do and what you want to achieve, or where you are headed. So don't wait, or don't worry about, I need to have that, make everything perfect. No, you just need to improve as you go along. You improve as you go along. There is a doctor I watched on another on YouTube channel, where he talks about, he's a surgeon, but also he talks about, what he do is really between, he normally tell the young junior doctor about they need to be mindful, they need to be extremely careful, especially when they are doing a procedure. You need to make sure you know exactly where to go, in terms of, because if you go further, you might broke the artery. I watched this on YouTube channel. I thought that's actually is really a good idea. It's about really you thinking through. It's about you being mindful of what you are doing. It's about also, the more you are doing things, the better and perfect you become in something that you are doing on daily basis. So sharing your content, sharing your skills on daily basis, in the long run, at the end of the year or at the end of the month, it will become big. Okay. The other thing Austin is talking about, don't be harder. Sharing your skills with other. Also, don't admire other people's opinion. Also admire other people's improvement. I also admire other people's success. Okay. Show people the people that influence you. Share people that help to improve your life, people you admire. Basically, giving credit to who credit is due. Is pretty much like referencing people's work. Like what I'm doing now, I'm talking about this book I read, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, because I need to tell you who this gentleman is, referencing him, giving credit to who credit is due. This is how things, because in life you can't just take other people's work verbatim. You need to reference, talk about where this original work came from. So it's really about teaching what you know. So also what Austin is talking about is also about teach what you know. It talks about teaching people what you know. You will learn from there. You will actually create more awareness of what you do. A lot of people, chef, have shows their work. Also they have showed their recipe and what they do, and for that, they that bring them a lot of customers, also bring a lot of awareness. He talks about where he went for a barbecue in United States of America. These people, they deal with barbecue, so they make it in a special way that people who go there will be so amazed. So I just thought to basically teaching people, what he's saying is doesn't really take things away from you, rather it creates more value. If you teach others, you are generating more interest. You receive education in return. The other thing he talk about is also, he talks about don't be a human span. You need to find time, to be interested in somebody else. So you need to kind of ask necessary questions to people you admire. Don't just talk about yourself all the time. You need to also, sometimes they say that, don't think about what your country can do for you, but also think about what you can do for your country. So it's about, thinking, asking necessary questions. It's about showing interest in what other people are doing. It's about also when you show interest, you might collaborate. If we look at the YouTube channel, sometimes a lot of content creators do collaborate with other content creators to produce something. Sometimes doing it on your own is about sharing ideas. It's about also, they say two heads is better than one. So when you mingle, or when you meet up, or when you share your ideas, or when you meet up with another content creator, you become a team. And when you are in a team, you produce more things, you produce more bigger things, because your only idea will not be the talk of the day. The idea you bring on the table, someone else will bring another idea on the table, and the other person will bring another idea on the table, and that will bring out a beautiful stuff out there. So it's about finding a teamwork. Really, it's about teamwork, team player. Don't be a human span. Also talk about don't be a vampire. What he talks about is basically you need to be able to know the people you associate with. You need to drop some people along the way. You need to have positive minded people, people that influence you, people you learn from, or people that bring out the best in you. Don't associate yourself with negative minded people. Sometimes I had to delete a lot of negative comments, because sometimes in life you need to drop some people and move on. This is how life is. It's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing. It's about you being able to make a change you want to, because they say birds of the same feather flock together. But also you need to think about, what am I getting from this person? Do we have the same ideology? Do we have the same philosophy? Are we going to the same direction? Is this person helping me to achieve success? Is this person guiding me to become a better person I want to be? Is this person idea resonate with your philosophy or what you want to do? Is this person idea helping me to achieve the success? Am I learning something from this person? What am I getting from this person? Is this person willing to share idea with me? Am I getting something in return? So it's about really you making sure that you drop some people that are not beneficial, are not helping you to improve in life. The other thing he talk about is about don't be a sellout. Don't write friends because they are success. So you need to appreciate your good friends. You need to appreciate your friends with the success they are making. If you are happy and appreciative of others, that will come back to you in return. You need to be able to be appreciative of others. Don't be afraid also to charge for the work you are doing. If you are putting your content out there and you believe you are making an impact, you are creating a value, you can put a price on what you want to charge for people. This is how life is. It's not greediness or anything. At the end of the day, people would like you to be successful in what you are doing. You can't be putting content online without seeing the benefit. Once you are sure that you are making an impact, you are creating a difference, you are making a massive difference to people's life, you can put a price. A lot of people have blog content that they are charging people for it. Knowledge is power. It's pretty much like writing a book. If you write a book, you are putting your ideas out there for someone else to buy it. And someone else to buy it, that individual will derive a value. You believe that that book will change some people's life. That book will make a difference in that person's life. I've read a lot of books here. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, where Robert Kiyosaki talks about how about four quadrant, four cash flow quadrant, where he talks about either you generate your income from employee column or self-employed, okay, or business owner or investor. It's about really, what you want to achieve in life. You need to be able to read books. So this book I'm talking about right now is I'm gonna talk about it in another episode of this podcast. It's about you putting yourself out there, putting your content out there. It's about also finding where to generate your income from the business or investment column. Okay, it's about creating a content. It's about cash flow quadrant. Whatever you are doing, as far as you are putting yourself out there, put yourself out there. Any content you are producing, take a picture of yourself, document it on a daily basis, put yourself on internet, create a domain name, and talk about having an email list. Keep email list. People who sign up to your email, they are your biggest supporters. Have ambition. Also, keep thinking big. Expand your audience. So creating your awareness, also having a flyers, registering for a domain. Sometimes you need to pay for all these things. Sometimes, like I'm using, for instance, Epidemic Sound. It's not free of charge. Sometimes you need to do all these things, if you want to have a better audience or want to create more beautiful thing or make your content to improve. Sometimes in life, it's pretty much like writing a blog. Sometimes you need to find a platform, either a web developer or find software developer or platform that you need to subscribe in order for you to monetize or for you to have your content. It's pretty much like another option is like having a YouTube platform. You join a YouTube platform, produce your content. You will be producing your content continuously, consistency, and it might take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, in some cases, before you're able to monetize your pro content, before you're able to monetize your YouTube channel. What you need to know is you need to be determined, and also that YouTube channel is a massive platform that if you sign up or put your content on its own, you might not be discovered. So joining a YouTube channel, as far as you know the niche you are producing, the content you are producing, or focus on one particular area and keep doing what you are doing, showing your work or showing your business is where to go. So I thought to come in to talk to you about this episode where Austin Kleon talks about showing your work. So this podcast is the benefit of showing your work. Benefit of showing your work is there's no gatekeeper on internet. Basically, once you are willing to put yourself out there, record your voice, put it out there, because you never know. You'll be surprised people are downloading what you are saying or what you recorded. And it's about also creating legacy. It's about also thinking, like I said earlier at the beginning of this platform podcast, a lot of people have passed on, but their work continue to live. Their work continue to, you know, their work continue to increase on daily basis. They continue to receive traffic. A lot of people are still listening to Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Bob Marley. A lot of people, even some of the, you know, work a lot of physicians put in place are, are still being used up till now. So this is what I want to share with you. Okay, please, thank you very much for listening. If you're happy with this podcast, give it a thumb up, share it with your friends and family. It's about really showing what you do. Have the mind. You don't need to be perfect in what you are doing. You can learn along the way. Once you are happy, what actually matters. I also read another book by Tony Robinson, Awaken the Giant Within You. It's about following the process, and following that process, you can make a change. How, you need to be good in what you are doing. Also be flexible. Flexible also is you can make change, tweak things as you go along. You don't need to be afraid of doing things. You don't need to be afraid of failure. Keep going, keep doing what you are doing. Have ambition in mind, keep focus, change things if you need to change it, and move on. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and stay blessed. Thank you.